Congrats to Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Proud to be part of your morning routine. And now 2022 CMA Award winners.
It brightens my day.
95.5 WFMS.
Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, halfway through November with Thanksgiving just a little over a week away.
You know, my wife gave me the reminder yesterday. She said for our size turkey, we should start defrosting it on
that's
Saturday.
right. That's right.
You mean
Yeah.
you bought it already? I got to go get mine today.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may have a limited supply.
Oh, well, you know, a turkey's a
you've got.
turkey.
You might have ham.
Yeah.
And that's fine, too.
Or just
Maybe I'll serve sushi.
buy a big chicken and call it a turkey.
There you go. What does anyone know? Throw a bunch of gravy on it.
WFMS. A chilly Wednesday morning. How about some good news?
How about this? A city in Atlanta. Well, actually, it'd be the city of Atlanta, because Atlanta is a city. There would be a city within it. The city of Atlanta just honored a guy who's been a bus driver for 50 years.
Wow.
He's driven over 2 million miles without an accident. They paid tribute to him by plastering his picture across the city bus, too.
Oh, wow. That's
And he
nice.
has no plans of retiring right away. Good for
Really?
him. 14-year-old girl in San Diego named Leanne Fan was recently named America's top young scientist. 14 years old.
Jeez.
She won $25,000 grant for inventing headphones for kids that uses a blue light therapy to treat ear infections.
Wow.
And again, let me repeat.
14?
14.
Wow.
I was delivering newspapers at the age of 14 and not doing a very good job at it either. I love this idea. More state parks are adding all-terrain wheelchairs. These wheelchairs look like almost like bulldozers. They have that kind of track
Sure.
Big
wheels. Yeah.
Yeah.
So people with disabilities can explore the
Can still do the trails?
the trails.
Oh, my gosh,
What
that's
a
so
great
nice.
idea. Yeah.
It really is.
That's some good news for you.
95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. As I mentioned, just a little over a week away from Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And maybe might be time to start thawing the bird.
Thaw the bird out.
Right.
Get ready for that. But they also did a poll with kids.
Kids
when
are
it comes to
important.
Thanksgiving. You know, that's an important meal for them as well. And they asked them which they prefer, potatoes or stuffing. And they picked,
Oh, I would say potatoes.
you'd be right.
I'd pick potatoes,
They
too.
picked green bean. Your choices were green bean casserole or sweet potatoes. And kids said,
Sweet potatoes.
Green bean casserole.
Oh, really?
even
I didn't
Deb's
do...
green bean casserole.
I- oh.
They said they would even take Deb's green
Oh,
bean casserole.
right. I put bacon
over-
bits in it once.
See, I think that sounds good.
And
I don't think it's
people
bad
did
at all.
not
I mean,
want
bacon
that.
does not make it bad. Bacon
No,
makes it
bacon's
better.
good, but I did bacon bits.
So it had a crunch to it.
So it was crunchy, and my sisters were like, they banned it from future
I
gatherings.
still don't think it'd be bad.
I don't think it's bad at all.
I'd eat it.
I don't think it's all. Yeah, so if you want to get your kids to eat some vegetables,
Yeah.
put it in the green bean casserole.
I didn't do casseroles as a kid, though. I didn't want to eat something where I didn't know exactly what was in it.
Oh,
you know,
really?
and usually
Yeah.
kids don't do
I
casseroles.
like green bean casserole.
I do too.
And
I
I
do
like
too.
potatoes better than I do
me too.
stuffing.
I can eat those French fried turkey onions straight out of a can.
Oh, those are good. So is that what you're doing
Yeah,
when you're making it?
Oh, well, yeah.
That's
One
why she
can
didn't
for
have
me,
any left.
One can for
That's why
turkey.
she had to use the bacon,
Bacon bits, that's
because
right.
she'd eat the turkeys.
Those are good.
That is good.
I remember as a
themselves.
teenager, I would just get those and go sit on the couch and watch Guiding Light. Be like eating Doritos.
Mm-hmm.
I loved those things. Can I have a can now? I'm excited about
They're
them.
kind of nice and crunchy.
I'm going to
and-
go buy some at Kroger
Yeah,
today.
so-
You're a little odd.
I am. I'll admit it. I'm weird and I like that. I like that about myself.
Weird, and I like that.
I'm proud of my weird.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin looking out the window here at northbound 465. Running a little bit on the slow side, so if you happen to be stuck in traffic, nothing make it feel a little bit better than a good hearty laugh.
Yeah, it'll distract you.
Kevin's bad joke worth repeating.
And I'm trying to keep somewhat of a Thanksgiving theme next
okay.
to bad jokes worth repeating. And maybe this was a bad idea. Maybe I shouldn't narrow my jokes
We've had
down
a
like
lot
this.
of disclaimers lately.
Bad joke worth repeating, sponsored by Hearing Solutions of Indiana. You've never heard like this before. What happened when the turkey got into a fight?
What happened when the turkey got into a fight?
No idea.
He got the stuffing knocked out of him.
So
I think you kind of laughed. Deb, I think you laughed.
I think I felt bad.
You'll repeat that, folks.
Yep.
Yes, you
Like
will.
a sympathetic laugh.
95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Kevin's got your Nash News now. And Lainey Wilson gets the job Kevin wanted.
Yeah, I'll get to that here in about 30 seconds. I'm happy for her, but
Okay.
a little disappointed. Details coming up in about 30 seconds. Nash News now sponsored by 1 Hour Heating and Cooling. Tyler Hubbard says he's not living the rock star life, despite what you might think. That's because he's been bringing his wife and 3 kids along with him on the road. He is often seen changing diapers before and after a show.
Oh, yeah?
He is a hands-on dad. I love that.
Bring you
I like
down to
that
earth.
too.
Good for him. Shania Twain says the throat surgery she had back in 2018 may not hold up.
Oh, no.
And if this happens, if she loses her voice again, they said she's got 2 options. 1, to have the surgery again, or 2, just to stop singing.
Ooh.
What?
And she said, I'll
Really?
make that decision if the surgery does not hold up. Lainey Wilson is Tractor Supply's newest brand ambassador.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah. Now she's not talking about all the tools and the stuff I love at Tractor Supply. She's helping to launch the Emerging Artist Program next year that Tractor Supply is sponsoring.
So there's still hope.
She'll be joined by other country stars to mentor aspiring country singers and songwriters. That is sponsored by Tractor
Got it.
Supply.
Okay. All right.
But those of you who have listened to the show long enough know that that's my favorite store. And
You
I
live there.
I want to someday do
Yeah.
commercials for Tractor Supply. But why bother? Because I just talk about it on the air for free.
That's
I guess
right.
that's
Yeah,
true.
good point. Yeah.
That's your Dash News now.
Jim, Deb, and Kevin, and the timetable has been set.
Yes.
Yep. And she's serious about this now. And we're here to support you, Deb.
Well, you all remember, it was probably a year ago. I think it's actually maybe been a year and a half that we moved a weight machine into our formal, what we call formal living room. It's that room you never use.
A weight
It's
machine.
the piano room. It's where the baby grand
There's a baby
piano's
grand
in
in
there.
there. We got a weight machine in there too. We meant to move it to the basement.
Yeah.
Greg's a football coach, so we had some of the players, and we paid them. We didn't just use their time, but we paid them to bring this weight machine that was gifted to us to our basement, but didn't fit in the basement. We took the door off.
Yeah, it
we
still
took
wouldn't
the
fit, huh?
rail off the stairs. It still didn't fit, and it's got these giant bolts on this. I think it's like an arm press thing that comes over your head.
Oh,
It's one of those things you
Oh,
see
yeah.
in the gym
So it's pretty tall
and
Yeah.
wide.
in one.
Yeah.
And
it's been
so-
sitting in
So I said,
the piano room.
well, I mean, after 2 hours, it wasn't happening. These giant bolts need to come off. And so I sent the boys home. I actually took them home. They didn't have their license. I took them home, paid them, and I told them, let's just leave it in the piano room and we'll regroup. Well, we never
Year and a half
regrouped. Apparently regrouping takes some time. So it's been a year and a
Year and
half.
a half.
I feel like I've been more than patient.
Yeah.
I'm a very easy to please person. I like to think that I'm very laid back, but I'm ticked.
So how close? So we can visualize, how close is the piano room to the formal dining room where you will be gathering for Thanksgiving
Within
in
eye
1
view.
week and 1 day from right now?
Let me just say this. I host Thanksgiving for my side of the family. My
Okay.
sisters, their husbands, their kids, my mother. I hosted last year
With that
with the
sitting
weight
there.
machine with a giant white blanket over it.
Oh,
Someone
that
asked
hides
me
it.
if it was a motorcycle. I said, we don't own a motorcycle, but we own a weight machine. And so I let that go. And then I had a
It
little
was last
tea.
Thanksgiving.
That was last
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
okay. And
I had a
now-
tea party over the summer with like 6 girlfriends, and it was a progressive.
But that was a big hit.
Yeah,
The
it was
weight-
really lovely. It was
Yeah.
really lovely. I had these little tea and crumpets and a weight machine.
Yeah.
And because you could see it from where we were sitting in the dining, we could see it.
Yeah, right.
It's share. It's like your entryway. You go right to the dining, you go left to the piano room, so it's all open space. So I have just decided I've had enough, and I said it with love. But you have until. Because no one's going to move it on Thanksgiving Day. No one's probably going to move it the day before Thanksgiving Day. So I gave him until Tuesday.
Yeah, imagine your husband.
So a week from yesterday.
Yeah, a week from yesterday. Yeah, he's got 6 days for this thing to get out of my house. I don't even
Yeah.
care where you put it. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, you can't be in your driveway because you get your car out.
Yeah.
So,
It needs to be off my property.
okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And I
Now-
tried to say it with love, but I said, if it's not gone,
Yeah.
you're not invited to the meal. And his response, he said, but I live here. I said, you won't that day.
So he'll be banned to his bedroom. The bedroom is
Oh,
that
no,
where,
he
or the
said that
basement?
because Hayden said, is he supposed to go upstairs? I said, no, he'll need to leave.
Yes.
He'll need to leave or I will implode.
Now maybe you're rushing into this, Dad. It's
Rushing?
only been
It's been a year and a half.
but
There's no
think a minute.
rushing.
Maybe this is a new fad you could start. You could overindulge on Thanksgiving. You could go over to the weight section of the house, work off a
Guys,
sweat,
it was
and then go get a piece
February,
of pumpkin
year and a
pie.
half ago. February. So February actually is coming up on 2 years.
That's been in that same
I've been
spot.
so patient.
Yeah.
I have been.
How many people did it take to carry? 6 people?
Well, Hayden included. I think we had 3 players, Hayden and Greg.
So it's rather heavy.
It's extremely heavy. It knocked a kitchen drawer off.
And you're willing to give it away. You don't want
It's free. Whoever wants it, it's free.
Set it by the curb. Just get it out.
It's like if you're
Yeah.
a trainer, this would look lovely in your gym. If you're a trainer, if you want to, maybe spruce up your weight machines at home and you're like a health fitness coach,
Yeah.
this has got your name written all over
you
it.
got to come get it, and it's got to be gone before Thanksgiving.
If not,
Greg can't eat.
I'm literally
No meal.
If not, Greg has no turkey, no pie.
Oh, man.
And I am going to sit on the piano and play a song because I play the piano.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a song. I'm going to eat some pie and I'm going to lift some weights. And it is kind of genius
kind
if
of
you
a
think
floor
about
show. I like this
Yeah.
idea.
I honestly.
So what-
We had a roofer because we had hail damage with the storm, and the roof guy came and he was a big built guy, and he said. That's before I had a blanket over. He goes, "That's an odd place to put a weight machine." I said, "Please don't say another word, or heads are going
Now,
to
you've been
spin."
married for how many years?
23.
Okay. You know him better than anybody. What are the chances of that being gone before Thanksgiving?
He's probably going to need a place to eat.
Yeah, he's going to be a little hungry
It's
today.
probably more likely that you
We
could
gotta help
invite
him
Greg
out.
to a meal.
We got to help him out.
It's not looking. Greg. Okay, so he's a coach. And he
think
coaches
he knows some people.
He coaches a lot.
Yeah,
and so he's never home. I will say in his defense, he's
Lift
never
that
home.
weight machine.
Lift that weight machine. He's not home very often, but this is that one time. Like, if you ever threw yourself into a project, it should be this one.
This is the one.
I will not
All right.
host a Thanksgiving meal twice with a weight machine in man.
Right.
Okay, so
I
you'll
won't
keep
do
us
it.
up to date on the status of this. So you've got a week, less than a week now. If it's going to be gone by when?
I'm not sweating
Yeah.
it. I'm
Tuesday.
just
Less
planning
than a
on
week.
one less person at the table.
No,
That's right.
we got to get that done.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, look
Okay.
at
He knows I'm.
Stay tuned.
He knows I'm joking, but I'm not.
The kids are concerned. They're like, Dad can't have Thanksgiving? No.
None.
He can sit outside with the dog.
Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Deb's got your daily dirt. Mariah Carey was denied.
She was denied, and I'm wondering if you would agree with it. We'll share here
All
in
right.
about 30 seconds. First, Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake had an intimate 10-year wedding vow renewal last month in front of a few friends. And she says they almost canceled it because they thought people would find it silly. But they ended up doing it anyway, and she said it was very moving as far as the experience. Jay Leno, we talked about this yesterday, being injured when one of his classic
yeah.
cars caught
Yeah.
on fire. He says he was fixing a clogged fuel line on one of the classic cars when he burned himself. He says he got gas on his face and his hands,
Ooh.
and a spark ignited it. 3rd-degree burns,
Whoa.
and he says he may need skin grafts.
Oh, wow. That is
Yeah.
bad.
So earlier he said, give me a couple of weeks and I'll get back on my feet, but I think it might be longer than that.
Right.
And Mariah Carey's bid to trademark the phrase Queen of Christmas was denied.
Oh, was
Oh,
it?
really?
Yeah.
You know, everybody thinks Mariah Carey because of her Christmas song that everybody
yeah.
loves. And sometimes I'm listening to that song in my car in October.
Oh, really?
I love that song.
So you would have voted yes.
I
to
would
let her
well,
be the
no.
queen of
I mean,
That's
I
kinda
love the
pushing
song,
it.
but
Queen
does
of
that make
Christmas
her Queen
music.
of Christmas?
Right.
She says she also failed to trademark the phrases Princess Christmas and Christmas Princess.
I
I
can't
think
even
those,
say it.
Yeah.
those phrases are kind of stupid, if you
Yeah.
ask me.
Yeah.
Anyways, so there you have it. That's the latest. It is 8:28, and that's Deb's Daily Dirt.
Congrats to Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Proud to be part of your morning routine. And now 2022 CMA Award winners.
It brightens my day.
95.5 WFMS.